Wednesday, August 13th, 2025, afternoon edition, summaries now powered by Grok. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated News Digest video.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the future of news with AGNDD intelliReport. We're excited to have you with us here. I'll be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in scraping the web for the latest stories and interesting topics, summarizing them for you, while Ellison hails Paramount's epic long game, shouting out CBS News with high-flying acclaim. It's like Hall and Oates ditching their drama and blame in a swift claim dismissal that tames the flame, paving the path for Crystal Buchanan's bold aim to transform you into an app dev whiz without shame. And as stocks surge wild in Ellison's name, it circles back to his strategy praise all the same. Let's dive in. Also in the news, Benny Johnson's Big Balls ballad, flesh-eating bacteria kills Second Bay County victim, Pixel 10 cases leak with magnet ring, and now, breaking news. Breaking news. Zelensky. Trump supports ceasefire and security guarantees for Ukraine at Putin summit. NPR. European leaders urged Trump to demand a Ukraine ceasefire and security guarantees from Putin at their Alaska summit. Zelensky said Trump agreed on preconditions. Trump called talks promising but doubted a quick truce, warning of severe consequences if no deal. Putin demands territorial concessions and no NATO. Google's official Pixel 10 cases leak with familiar look and magnet ring gallery. 9 to 5 Google. Leaked images show Google's official cases for the Pixel 10 and 10 Pro XL, featuring magnet rings for the Pixel Snap ecosystem. Available in colors like indigo, obsidian, and more, these cases match the phone's built-in magnets, enhancing MagSafe-like accessory support. Flesh-eating bacteria claims Second Bay County victim in 2025, fifth across Florida. Panama City News-Herald. 2 deaths in Bay County, Florida, this year from Vibrio vulnificus bacteria, which causes necrotizing fasciitis, often called flesh-eating. Statewide, 16 cases in 2025 with 5 fatalities. Infections occur via raw seafood or open wounds in warm, brackish water. At-risk groups include those with pre-existing conditions. Climate change may increase prevalence.
If you've been enjoying our AGNDD intelliReports and finding them useful, please take a moment now to press like, then click subscribe, and in the drop-down menu select All to get notified of each new video released so you don't miss out on any breaking news. AGNDD intelliReport, the future of news is here.
August 13th in history. August 13th, 523. John I becomes the new pope after the death of Pope Hormizdas. August 13th, 1954. Radio Pakistan broadcasts the Qaumi Tarana, the national anthem of Pakistan, for the first time.
Famous people born on this day. August 13th, 1958. Randy Shughart, American Sergeant, Medal of Honor recipient, died 1993. Greg Draper. Here is a recap of their Wikipedia page. Greg Draper, born 1989, English-born New Zealand footballer, starred at the New Saints, winning 9 Welsh Premier titles and 2 Golden Boots. Represented NZ and U20 World Cup, Olympics, and senior qualifiers. Now plays for Newtown and coaches TNS U21S. Now a couple of trivia questions for you. Difficulty. Easy. What is the term for a list of places to visit on a journey? The choices are list, itinerary, menu, voyage, Now take a second to think about it. What is the term for a list of places to visit on a journey? Okay, got it? Ready? Itinerary. Difficulty medium. Which word is defined as a commotion? The choices are Gardyloo, cattywampus, hullabaloo. Now take a second to think about it. Which word is defined as a commotion? Okay, got it? Ready? Hullabaloo. Difficulty, hard. In phonetics, which of these is an example of an approximant sound? The choices are the W in walk, the M in mother, the B in boat, the K in sock. Now take a second to think about it. In phonetics, which of these is an example of an approximate sound? Okay, got it. Ready? The W in walk. And now on to today's news.
Business news. iPhone 16 Pro, an amazing companion for standalone Sony cameras like the FX3 and FX30, a 9-to-5 Mac. The article debates smartphones versus standalone cameras, favoring the Sony FX30 for video. It details a rig build with FX30, lens, cage, mounts, V-mount battery, and Rode mic, paired with iPhone 16 Pro via Sony's app for wireless monitoring and control, replacing dedicated monitors. 52 words. As Paramount stock surges, David Ellison leans into long-term approach in LA meet and greet, praises CBS News as home of Walter Cronkite. Deadline. David Ellison, new Paramount head after Skydance merger, emphasizes long-term value creation amid double-digit stock surge. He commits to CBS News integrity, avoiding politicization post-Trump payout, and pledges to keep BET, invest in tech streaming, and advance projects like Top Gun 3 despite upcoming cuts. The Hall and Oates feud's gone. Daryl Hall files for voluntary dismissal of legal claim. The Wrap. Daryl Hall dismissed his lawsuit against John Oates over Oates' attempt to sell his share of Whole Oates Enterprises to Primary Wave Music, alleging a breach of their 2021 agreement. The November 2023 dispute, which included a restraining order, ended without prejudice. The duo is famed for hits like Maneater.
Technology news. Chat and Build founder Crystal Buchanan wants to make you an app developer. Newsweek. Buchanan, founder and CEO of Chat and Build, launches a platform empowering anyone, regardless of coding expertise, to create ready-to-use tech products. Polestar sets production car record for longest drive on a single charge. Slashdot.org. Real programmers shun PLI, viewing it as a language for indecisive coders torn between COBOL and Fortran. Sports news. Christian Pulisic, his father, and Tim Weah rail against evil U.S. soccer critics. Yahoo Entertainment. Tim Weah, Christian Pulisic, and his father Mark blasted ex-USMNT players like Donovan and Dempsey for criticizing the team's poor form in a Paramount Plus docuseries. Weah called them evil and clout chasers. Pulisic felt disrespected after skipping the Gold Cup for fatigue, and Mark accused them of jealousy. The Ballad of Benny Johnson and Big Balls, Wonket.com. Satirical piece mocks white conservative figures like Pete Hegseth, Charlie Kirk, Megyn Kelly, and Benny Johnson for admitting urban fears in D.C., Chicago, etc., labeling them cowards and racists while calling for military crackdowns, martial law, and bulldozing crime-ridden neighborhoods.
Today's obituaries. Anatoly Adamyshin. Brief Wikipedia summary. Anatoly Adamyshin, 1934 to 2025. Russian diplomat and politician, served as deputy foreign minister, ambassador to Italy, 1990 to 92, and UK, 1994 to 97. Briefly MP in 1994, he authored works on diplomacy and human rights, earning multiple awards. Jack Brennan. Brief Wikipedia summary. John Vincent Brennan, 1937-2023, was a decorated Marine officer who served as President Nixon's aide and post-resignation chief of staff. He accompanied Nixon to China, managed his exile, and negotiated the 1977 Frost-Nixon interviews, expressing regret over Watergate. Brennan died at 86. Jeff Foulds. Brief Wikipedia summary. Jeff Foulds, 1939-2025, English professional snooker player turned pro in 1981 after amateur success. Father of Neil Foulds, he reached career high rank of 62, served as WPBSA chairman and consulted on films. Died at 85. Death announced August 13, 2025. Sonala Ibrahim. Brief Wikipedia summary. Sonala Ibrahim, influential Egyptian novelist of the 60s generation, died at 88 from pneumonia. Known for leftist, modernist works like Za'at, Sharaf, and The Committee, he critiqued regimes, incorporated media excerpts, and refused a 2003 literary award due to political beliefs. Imprisoned in the 1960s. Jacques Martial. Brief Wikipedia summary. Jacques Martial, 1955-2025, was a French actor, director, and politician of Guadeloupean descent. He starred in films like Noir et Blanc, dubbed voices for Denzel Washington and others, and served as Paris deputy mayor for overseas territories. He died in August 2025 at age 70. Derek Robinson. Brief Wikipedia summary. Derek Robinson, 43, a former NFL defensive end for the San Diego Chargers, Miami Dolphins, Cleveland Browns, and Dallas Cowboys, died in August 2025 in San Diego. He was an undrafted free agent from Iowa, death announced on this date. Jatin Sarkar. Brief Wikipedia summary. Jatin Sarkar, 1936-2025, a prominent Bangladeshi Bengali intellectual, writer, and researcher, published 35 books on literature, society, and history. A retired professor and activist, he won the Bangla Academy Literary Award, 2008, and Independence Day Award, 2010. He advocated human rights and died at 88 from age-related issues. Kars Veling. Brief Wikipedia summary. Kars Veling, 1948-2025, was a Dutch politician, philosopher, and educator. He led the Christian Union, 2001-2002, served in the Senate, 1991-2002, and as MP, 2002. With a PhD in philosophy, he taught math, philosophy, and held academic leadership roles. Hefin David. Brief Wikipedia summary. Hefin David, 1977-2025, Welsh Labour MS for Caerphilly since 2016, was a former lecturer and counselor. He advocated for small business, employment, special needs education, valleys communities, and autism support. Died at 47, survived by partner Vicky Howells MS and 2 children. Henri Donadieu. Brief Wikipedia summary. Henri Donadieu, 1943-2025, a Mexican-French businessman and LGBT activist, was born in France, studied at Sorbonne, and founded an anti-racism party in New Caledonia. He fled to Mexico in 1976, opening El Nueve, the country's first openly gay bar, in 1977, creating a safe space for the community. He died in Cuernavaca. 64 words. Wait, that's over. Let me trim. Revised, Henri Donadieu, 1943-2025, French-Mexican businessman and LGBT activist, founded Mexico's first openly gay bar, El Nueve, in 1977 after migrating as a refugee. Born in France, he studied at Sorbonne and advocated against racism abroad. It became a haven for Mexico City's gay community. Died in Cuernavaca. 58 words. Still over. Count 1, 10, Henri 1, Donadieu 2, 1943-2025, 3, French-Mexican 4, businessman 5, and 6, LGBT 7, activist 8, founded 9, Mexico's 10, first, 11, openly, 12, gay, 13, bar, 14, L, 15, Nueve, 16, in 17, 1977, 18, after 19, migrating, 20 as 21, a 22, refugee, 23, born, 24, in 25, France, 26, he, 27, studied 28 at 29, Sorbonne 30 and 31, advocated 32 against 33 racism, 34 abroad, 35, it 36 became 37, a 38 haven, 39 for 40 Mexico, 41 cities, 42 gay, 43 community, 44, died 45 in 46, Cuernavaca 47, 47 words, perfect. David Milne. Brief Wikipedia summary. David Milne, a 66-year-old Scottish rugby union player known for representing Heriot's Edinburgh district and the national team, has passed away.
Health news. Plastic pollution treaty talks in disarray. ibtimes.com.au. Negotiations for a landmark global treaty on plastic pollution collapsed into disarray on Wednesday, the penultimate day, as dozens of countries rejected the latest draft, leaving talks in limbo. Microplastics are everywhere, including in the air around plastic treaty negotiations. The Verge. Delegates in Geneva negotiate a global plastics treaty, but Greenpeace detected microplastics in the city's air, underscoring pollution's ubiquity. Advocates push for production limits over recycling, citing health risks like disease and $1.5 trillion annual losses. Fossil fuel nations resist, delaying progress. Ocean Protection Group covers art with waste to build support for plastics treaty. Associated Press. Activists in Geneva use creative tactics like soap giveaways, chemical exposure wristbands, plastic waste displays, building climbs, and art installations to push for a strong global treaty limiting plastic production amid opposition from the US and industry lobbyists. Entertainment news. As Paramount stock surges, David Ellison leans into long-term approach in LA meet and greet, praises CBS News as home of Walter Cronkite. Deadline. David Ellison, new Paramount head after Skydance merger, emphasizes long-term value creation amid double-digit stock surge. He vows to protect CBS News' integrity, avoiding politicization while honoring its democratic role. Plans include retaining BET, tech-driven streaming improvements, and projects like Top Gun 3. Leonardo DiCaprio rarely watches his own movies, but he makes an exception for one Martin Scorsese film, Cinema Blend. Leonardo DiCaprio rarely watches his own films except for The Aviator, which he rewatches often. It was a career milestone at age 30, his first as producer and true collaborator with Martin Scorsese, evoking pride in his growth and responsibility in the industry.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!